Younger May is a person who's been a part of the rap game for a minute now, but with time, she slowly stepped away from it. But not only have we seen her step away, we seen some of her real life struggles get put in front of the world. I mean, she openly struggled with alcohol addiction, and it was so bad to a point where videos coming out of her online, eyes yellow, she looking in bad conditions. And I mean, that situation came and went. Why just a few months ago, her ex, she came out trying to re-expose everything and show the world how bad her situation really was. So right now, we got Younger May in this weird spot in her career. Younger May an artist who really blew up years ago, like I said. And we were starting to see the rise of Younger May back during the time where hip hop was completely different from what it is today. I mean, she was first getting traction back in 2014, the world star era. She would have a freestyle come out to Nicki and G Herbo's song Chirac, and she would remix. It did numbers, people paid attention, but when the world would really pay attention is when she would drop her song, Ooh. Now, this was a hit song. You couldn't escape this song for a long time.
When I said Ooh, it was just another way of being free, like I'm gonna just call it Ooh. It was more of those records like, I'm not gonna put too much on it. I'm just gonna do whatever and see how people take to it. It was just something me and my bros would say like, ooh.
But she would blow up. She had her career get sparked off that, but that don't mean problems wasn't on the way, because she had a lot of problems on the way. I mean, she dropped Ooh, then not too long after, you know, she just doing regular rapper stuff, performances, shows, and one of these times she would go to BET, she'd do a performance, and she said herself her performance was good, but for some reason, BET cut that performance short, and then write a caption that said this: even though it was chopped short, I still appreciate the opportunity. It's a couple things I touched on that they didn't show. That's why I was a little disappointed. But I just want to say thank you to all my supporters for supporting me, no matter what. But past that, and with all the success her career was bringing her, she would kind of start to open up and really give insights on her life and her career and why she moved the way she do. This is what XXL wrote. Younger May lost her brother to gang violence and made it her mission to maintain his memory through her music. She said it's through him and his life and keeping his name alive that I continue to do what I do. But it wasn't an easy road, especially when gender came into play, being told by her early manager that she'd be forced to wear dresses for marketability. Younger May was discouraged for a while. Then on top of that, life issues was coming. She said, I think it was a point in time where I was just lost personally and mentally. I had just lost my brother and I was holding on to this secret of being gay from my family for a long time. It was real overwhelming. She said, once I got to that point where I was comfortable with myself and I didn't care what people thought, that was really when I started to express that in my music. Younger May came out, her career was interesting, but where a real big headline would come, where like her real like taste of controversy would come, was when a promoter would accuse her of running off. And I don't mean he's saying she ran off with some pocket change. That man was saying she ran off with $33,000. Basically, the promoter said, look, we paid Younger May right. She was supposed to perform. But he said that night, Younger May came to the club and allegedly said that, you know, this club ain't packed enough, so I'm about to get up out of here.
You know, as far as the back end go, everything was paid. Younger May came to the club. She said the club wasn't packed enough, the venue wasn't packed enough. We paid her the full amount, the full back end. Nothing was cut short on anyway. I told her to be on her way to the club. I got the text messages to prove everything. She said she talked to someone else and they told her not to come. I don't know, but as far as our end goal, she was supposed to be there. The after party was supposed to be at V Live. Younger May had a nasty attitude the whole goddamn time. It took me 3 weeks to get the drop from Younger May. Younger May had an attitude problem. I called her about my back end because she didn't show. She ran to the goddamn airport with her manager, her management team. They stopped answering the phone. She did a whole nother concert the next day that she promoted that she wasn't supposed to do, and I want my motherfucking money, you me. You hear me? Me and my team at Ting Dog Records want our money. This Winston, I want my money. My hood pissed off in me. Look, you better my hood pissed off in me. On the real, that is your me. We pissed off, you hear me? We pissed off. We want our money, you hear me? You want, man, you know what? Y'all want this, that hoe? Y'all want this, that hoe? Man, Young May this coming soon, you hear me? Catch me while you shit. Man, f that hoe, you hear me?
Then these niggas would turn around, make that video, then actually make a diss track on Younger May. And she would come back responding, basically denying everything. She would get on Snapchat and say this. It's It's messed up that I gotta make these videos before I do these shows now because these people dragging my name in the dirt over some BS that ain't cousin me. If you mess with me, please don't believe everything you see in the media. And so not only was she getting dragged a little bit, people accusing her of being a scammer, she would get drug into more problems. You know, she a rapper. She doing regular rapper stuff, going on these interviews, doing freestyles, all of that. And it was going good until she did a freestyle and said something bad. She said something disrespectful that probably has gotten people killed in the past. She dissed Tuka. Now, if you don't know who Tuka is, he was this 15-year-old boy that died in Chicago. And he, you know, in Chicago, he was in the gang. So rival gang members like to diss Tuka. Oh, we smoking on Tuka, blah, blah, blah. But Younger May would do a freestyle where she was talking about I'm smoking on Tuka. XXL wrote fast forward to today, and Tuka's associates still don't allow any disrespect to be put on his name and have come forward with some serious threats against Young and May for dissing their dead homie. Chicago rapper King Yella had already talked to Fetty Wap for doing the same thing about saying a Tuka blunt in a song over a year ago. Now he responded to Young and May, offering up money to any girl that's willing to come and put their hands on Young and May. So it was looking kind of bad for Young and May because people was like, why would you say this? Why would you just diss this boy? Like, one, dissing the nigga already weird. Two, people was like, you're not even from Chicago. You don't got no ties to none of that. Why are you speaking on Tuka? And I mean, it was a lot of people from Chicago really dissing her.
So now I'm hating on Young and May, huh? Come on, man. King Yella never been a hater, man. Come on, man. I got 70,000 followers. She got 1 million followers. How am I hating on her? Man, I've been listening to Shorty before she got famous. Point blank period. Keep it 100. Talking about, nigga. Yeah. I mean, what? I her music, nigga. How am I hating? She should have never said smoking Tuka. I ain't tell her to do that. Talking about she said that. You talking about motherfucker better clear they. You talking about explain, apologize, or something? Pay homage. Talking about let my what's up if she don't know what the you doing. Period. I talking about nobody gotta hate. You talking about Tuka ain't no weed. Y'all stupid. RP little Tuka. On with y'all. Shout out them boys. Talking about STL. This for them.
FBG Duck, rest in peace, got on Twitter and said this: I ain't trying to beef with no female, but somebody better tell her watch her mouth and know what she's saying before my cousin beat her. And Younger May's response to this was, look, I didn't know that Tuka was a person. She thought when people was talking about we smoking on Tuka, she thought they was just talking about gas. She thought they was talking about weed. The whole time they dissing the dead man. And she would respond and say that like, you know, I didn't mean no disrespect.
I have no problem with Chicago. Never have, never did, never will. I have no reason to. Period. I have no reason to. I listen to a lot of artists out of Chicago. It's all love. Period. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. It's all love. Period. I have no issues. But like I said, again, I said my apologies to Tuka. I never knew who Tuka was. I'm gonna say it again. I don't know who Tuka is, never knew who he was. Just finding this out the other day. My apologies. My meaning on it was some loud smoke. I said it in the line. I smoke hookah like it's Tuka blowing jet clouds. And I only get high to bring the stress down. My reference was to weed. So for people to take it out of context is crazy. No bad intentions behind it. Understand that. But I send my apologies again to Tuka and his family. That's it. My apologies.
Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. I want to salute Young and May for the apology and all that shit. And I apologize for calling you out your name too. Keep doing your thing, baby girl. Never been no hate, never been nothing. But people just didn't take that shit, you know, like for real. But I've been with your music before you came out with Ooh, all that years ago to keep it 100. Deep down my heart, 100. Keep grinding, show that you these people up, man. Never been a hater. I salute them for doing their thing, and you these people up, man. You feel them motherfuckers say I hate on you, whatever. Look, you ain't no queen. Keep doing your thing, man. Love, Skeezy Gang Boss, man. King Yella, man. Coming from all the guys my way, man.
But during this time, something weird would happen with Young and May. There would be this lack of music. Yes, she was in the news a couple times, and yes, she might do a show here and there, but there was never a lot of music. The fans were never fulfilled. And I mean, for a long time, years and years she was popping, but she never released her debut album. She never had something for her fans to eat. And it sounds real similar to YBN Amir. Let me know in the comments if you want me to make a video on him, because I have been thinking about it. But if you remember, for years and years he was popping, but for some reason he never dropped his debut album. He started popping in 2017, didn't drop a big album until 2020. Real similar to Young M.A. She would have Ooh come out, this song doing good, or she would have songs come out doing good every once in a while, but she needed an album. When she needed this album, she never dropped it. 2017, 2018, no album, she didn't drop. So fans never had anything to hold on to, and people was noticing. People was get to question her, like, really, where the album at? And this is when she would start to speak on how rough her career had been over the years and all of these different battles that she had been facing throughout her life. The Time wrote this in 2009, her older brother got killed, sending her in a dark depression. Fast forward to 7 years later, she was on top of the hip-hop world when her song Ooh broke out as a defining single in 2018, making her a rising star. But while Ooh brought her fame and wealth, she suffered problems behind the scenes, including addictions, depression, and the personal issues with her inexperienced team as they struggle to handle the withering spotlight. The expectation leaves you confused, Young M.A. said. I really don't know what to do because all of this is just coming so forceful toward me. She would also say, like, during that time, a lot of mental health issues, a lot of second guessing and being afraid to put out this next body of music. She was scared to, drop. She said, when you're buzzing, you drop the album, the pressure is on. Everything was just changing for me. So I almost fell into a corner artistically. I'm not creative when I'm in that state of mind. She would say, some people were like, man, this is it, but I'll second guess it sometimes. And that's the gift and the curse for me. And that's also what prolonged things as well, having so much integrity and not just giving anybody anything because that's what the people are asking for. Had I released my debut album before, I wouldn't have been happy with that work. But after all these years of build up and after all these years of being afraid and then wanting to drop, she would. 2019, she would drop this debut album, and it wasn't bad, but I don't think it was enough to make up for the lack of music over the years. And even though she did come out and drop this album, there was still a problem she was facing, a problem bigger than everything else. Drinking. Her drinking problems had become so bad over the years that it nearly killed her.
We got in so many fights where it was a point where she told me to leave and I went and stayed with my ex-girlfriend. And then it'd be nights where I was in her crib drinking a bottle of Absolute and just crying my heart out, like just not understanding what the hell is going on.
That's scary for you.
Exactly.
It's very scary.
And I was just acting out. I didn't want to carry on with life. I didn't know what to do. You know what I mean? And then when I went back to school, I really didn't want to be in school. I didn't care to make friends, so I didn't do anything that a typical senior kid would do, like go to prom and stuff like that. Like, I didn't care for none of that.
Did you finish?
Absolutely, I had to.
You.
I had to. It was just right, you know what I mean? I just had to put, those feelings to the side and do what I had to do.
Over the years, she would always speak on drinking and how it affected her, but we really wouldn't know how bad it was until 2023 came around. And a video came out online of her in a really bad situation. I mean, she getting a haircut, her eyes dark yellow, she was overall just looking sick, and it's viral everywhere. Everybody online was giving some input in on this, and this what TMZ wrote. Young M.A. had some of her fans in a frenzy over a video her barber shared, but she's reassuring everyone worried about her health that she's blessed and highly favored. On Tuesday, both Young M.A. and her barber lashed out at social media gossipers in an attempt to extinguish heavy online speculation about the vid, which shows Young M.A. mumbling incoherently in a barber chair. Several fans also noted her eye color seems very yellow, and Young M.A. and her barber would respond on IG because not only people concerned about Young M.A., but they was mad at the barber, basically saying, if you seen how she looked, why would you even post this video? The barber would say, y'all got so much to say as if I'm trying to embarrass my dog. She reposted my video. If she didn't want me to record, she would have told me that. Y'all don't know our bond nor our friendship. What y'all need to do is just send prayers for her. And that's that. She didn't have a haircut in months. She wanted me to bring her haircut back to life, and that's what I did. Thank you for coming and rocking with me. Always love you. And Young M.A. would respond, we blessed, don't let that get to you. And so people concerned, everybody wondering, is Young M.A. okay? And Young M.A. would respond. She would tell TMZ this. As many of my supporters know, I've been dealing with various personal health issues over the past few years. I was recently hospitalized and successfully treated for several conditions, but I'm doing better now. It will take some time, but I'm on the road to recovery and look forward to the future.
Yeah, what up, Ma? I know I've been a little kid, you know what I mean? Long story short, basically, just a small setback, you know what I mean, for just a comeback. Unfortunately, I made a lot of wrong decisions in my life. And, you know, things start to come, you know, catch up with you or whatever the case. So I just want y'all to know, besides all that, I'm actually doing much better. I've been getting well, you know. I've been very much sober. You know what I mean? But anyway, I don't want to go specifically into details because I really want to, you know what I mean, bring y'all along my journey. So, you know, besides, you know, dropping some new music, of course, I'm also have a documentary with my story or whatever the case. So I can keep y'all in tune, catch y'all back up because I know y'all been wondering and all that. Yeah, I know I'm mysterious, you know. I keep my personal problems to myself. But now it's time to, you know, expand that and express that to y'all. So basically to say, like, this is going to be one of inmate summers. This is going to be one of those inmate summers, I promise you. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? Stay tuned. I mean, bear with me too, man, because, like, I know it be me, my fault. I love y'all, you know, but things happen, unfortunately, but I got y'all back, man. I'm still here. I ain't going nowhere, so.
And for a while, that was that. She had all these problems really pop up in front of the world, and she had it under control. She handled it. And people were happy for her until this year came around where we would see something really strange happen. January, she would start a comeback, basically telling the world, look, I'm here and I'm dropping more music. And in this music, she would speak on some of her real life problems. She would speak on everything in the past. On this song, she would say this: thought I was dying when they see me with those yellow eyes. Surprised I'm alive and God ain't finished with me. And a lot of this song was her addressing everything. February came around, she's still winning. Her and Drewski, they on this show together. And she had been chilling until really March this year came around. Her ex will come out online really trying to expose her, and the girlfriend will post this video of Young M.A, and it was Young M.A in really bad condition, and it was so bad that I'm not gonna show it on this video. But this girl will post this video, then drop a caption just dogging Young M.A. When I first met you, you ended up like this within the next few weeks, telling me how you had been sick but was hiding it from me. This was our first Valentine's Day, and you was in the hospital twice with me. I got you to where you are now. I nursed you up every day, all day, and didn't even know you. Let's be real, I left you. I had to leave you alone because you wasn't going through nothing but holding me back. You didn't like me having motion and didn't like me making money. You hated on me. Telling my full story in a few. We had no relationship problems. Only I would get to looking cute and get money, and this girl would only want to be with me if I'm broke and not looking at my best. And she said, by the way, I do the leaving. I don't get broken up with. But why me leaving will also be mentioned. And she would say, clout chasing is crazy when I've been knew about her sick and y'all found out a year later. I had been hiding and holding in stuff. I only got those videos because she was like that when I first met her. I accepted it, but dang, I'm not supposed to record my partner the whole 2 years because that's how she looked. And so she would basically get on IG, basically exposing everything that they had going on. But that wasn't all the girl had to say.
Y'all be talking to yourselves in my DMs. That's all I want to say. Is like, you're talking to yourself. This is my life, my story, bitch. Y'all wasn't mad when I was posting us happy on trips and stuff like that. Why you mad? I want to tell my breakup story now. Why y'all mad? Shoot. Just come eat my pussy. Then y'all saying somebody trying to be evil. I'm not an evil person. I'm not. I think the way the video was posted made it look evil, but I thought with the caption, it wasn't gonna go over y'all heads, but a lot of us is mentally, so it go over y'all heads all the time, but I'm not a teacher, so that's neither here or there, but baby, I'm just telling my story, that's all.
And you know, Young M.A would see this and respond herself.
Yo, what up, mob? I mean, I know y'all see this video going around on the blogs or whatever the case. Somebody I, once upon a time was with, posted me in the hospital at a vulnerable moment. Something that I've owned already. It's been 2 years. That was 2 years ago. You know what I mean? I had an unfortunate situation in my life, and I got sick. I got really sick. You understand?
It's not really too much to say on it. It's something I already spoke about. You feel me? I got a whole music video talking about it. Something I express in my music often. You know what I mean? I'm a human. We go through things. We make mistakes. You feel me? I just didn't expect this person to do that. But you know, it is what it is. I don't even know what to say. All I can do is let God handle it. You feel me? All I can do is let God handle it. That's just been always my phrase moving forward. Just moving with God, man. I just feel like that was just so foul though. You feel me? Like, that's just foul. I don't even know how a person can have the urge or willing to want to even do something like that. That just speaks a lot. And I just never knew this was her character. You feel me? Like, just never knew. But you know, people be people sometimes and you just never know. And it is what it is. But this is something I've owned. Like, I'm not ashamed of this. This is real. You know what I'm saying? I went through a time in my life that I was real dark. But I'm good now. I'm very healthy. And my supporters know that.
And Young M.A not really wrong. She was already open about her drinking struggles for years leading up to this music. So what did the ex-girlfriend think she would get from exposing this and posting these videos and saying everything that she said? I don't know. It was just a bad situation, right? Then Young M.A name just kept getting put into more news. Fast forward to last month, the start of May, social media would accuse her of, you know, crashing out. A person was out at a bar in Boston and they start crashing. I mean, the girl busted out the window. She walked in there on bad timing. She looked like she was trying to fight somebody. And at first, the world was thinking that this was Young M.A in this video, and it was going viral. This got a couple million views. People was like, damn, what is Young M.A doing? And for a while, people didn't know if it was Young M.A or if it was some random person. We didn't get no context until her team would come out basically saying that, man, that wasn't Young M.A in the clip. This is what her team said. This is 100% not Young M.A. She ain't visited Boston in the last several years. Any website or social media platform suggested otherwise. It's not only misinformed, but also acting with blatant irresponsibility and a complete lack of due diligence. So even though Young M.A went through all of this and been in all of these different situations, at the end of the day, she good, or at least like she looking good. Over these past few months and years, every time she on social media or you see her on the camera, she looking healthy. Even with all the setbacks, even though musically, she not this huge artist. She not a Drake, she not a Lil Uzi Vert, but she got a solid fan base. She got good social media presence. She chilling. I don't know, I'm glad that we really seen everything change for her, because there was a point in time where people was really thinking the worst when it came to Young M.A. When all these videos was coming out, people was like, oh my God, this is looking bad. What are y'all thoughts on Young M.A?